First of all, all I have to do is thank the Hawkeye fans that came out today. It was an amazing crowd, environment, and these three deserved it. But to go undefeated on your home court during this Big Ten season and non-conference season, I think that's an amazing accomplishment. Certainly we would have loved to win the Big Ten, but to finish outright second in this tough of a conference is another good accomplishment. And these three seniors, they deserve to have that kind of send-off today. I'm so proud of them, what they've accomplished in the last 4 years. They've left their imprint on our program. There's no doubt about it. And both in the stat books, obviously, but also just culturally, what they have shown the younger classmen how to be Hawks, what is expected of Hawkeyes. And so I'm extremely grateful for them and for our great fans today.
For anybody, how difficult was it just to not be distracted today, just with all the hubbub going on? There was still a basketball game to be played.
Yeah, I think I liked how we had the ceremony afterwards. I think then we were able to kind of just do our normal game day routines, which I thought was super helpful. But yeah, there was a lot of outside stuff going on with family coming in and being our guaranteed last home game. And but I thought we did a nice job of just preparing, like it's any other game.
So the way that you guys have played at home this year, to go undefeated to this point and then possibly have some big games left here, what does that mean to be able to protect here the way you guys have for any of the players?
It's just, man, when you play in Carver, it's just different. And it's just, like I think Tania said, it's like having a sixth man, on the court with you. And being able, if we are able to host the first couple rounds of the tournament, that's huge. That is such an advantage, and we really, really hope we can, because we'll know that Hawk fans like today will show up and help us out with that. So, yeah, it's honestly just such an honor to play in front of so many fans who just love you and invest in you and that kind of thing. We know we're very, very lucky, because that doesn't happen everywhere.
Tania, given what you've been through, does that make you appreciate where you are right now even more?
Oh, definitely. Yes, for sure. As I said when I was on the court, Hawk fans have been behind me even when I was injured. I got a lot of tweets and a lot of comments on Instagram and messages on Instagram. I may not respond back to them, but it's so many. I acknowledge them and I read them all the time, and they keep me going. They help me get through my surgery, so I felt like it was only right that I had to pay them back and go out and give my all this season.
Coach, with the biggest crowd of the season today on senior day, it's pretty obvious, but what does that say about this class and how fitting of a send-off, for a regular season game was this?
Yeah, for us to have the biggest crowd of the year today, it is completely fitting. It's the last game of the year, the senior ceremony at the end, and three amazing seniors. So we're just glad that everybody came out to support them.
How do you orchestrate ahead of time, when and where to take these guys out of the game?
Oh, it's not orchestrated. It's thought of on the spot. It is literally, because you don't know, right? You don't know if you're going to be up, if it's going to be a tight game or not. So it is just really kind of, at the end, I got to do this, I got to do that,
Could have gone more perfect, though. You got one out at a time.
Yeah, that's exactly how you want it, right? That's how you'd script it if you could.
Coach, you hear a lot about the team atmosphere that you have in your program. You added another little twist with the pregame anthem. How nice and special was that for you?
That was really neat. My daughter, I think, is incredibly talented in a different way than I am, obviously, as you can tell from this voice. But yeah, it was just wonderful to have her share. And when I left this morning, she said, "Mom, I'll see you in the court." It's pretty cool.
Who was more nervous, her or you, do you think?
Oh, I was so nervous.
Megan, can you maybe just talk about the memories you've had on this court? And I know it's probably not your last game here, but just kind of what was going through your head toward the end there.
Yeah, this place is so special. Tania and Hannah can say the same thing. The crowd just keeps you going, especially in those tough games whenever we have them. But we've had some incredible memories on this court, and we definitely want to keep it going. So we're going to keep fighting like crazy to definitely get that hosting seed.
For any of the three players, you guys have obviously had pretty good crowds the last couple games. How cool would it be to have like a student section for the NCAA games, assuming it's here?
I love it.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool.
Yeah.
I don't think any
You
of us
bring
would
energy.
oppose it. Yeah, we feed off energy, and our fans are top line crazy. So we love that energy. So I think it'd be cool.
I think if the students came out, they'd be surprised by how much fun they'd have.
Oh yeah, they have a lot of fun. So yeah, we don't disappoint. At least I don't think. But
For any of the three seniors, I guess, what's really your lasting impression here at the University of Iowa? I mean, you've been here 4 or 5 years in some cases. What's really the lasting impression you have of this place?
Yeah, I mean, I would just say the people, being able to build those relationships, we were given this family right away coming in, and they really just take you in and they embrace you and really just help you out every step of the way, wherever you are. And so having that support system right away was huge. And, today I can say that they're my family, and I'll always have that.
I would say, like Coach Bluder said last week, like I just hope I prepared them for the world like my daughters, and I cannot attest to the fact that she's done that, if not more. Like she's taught me so many life lessons about what it means to be, not only a good basketball player, but a strong woman. It's just, not all coaches are like that, and she definitely cares about who we are as people, and that makes it so fun, and that just makes us want to play for her and win for her, just because of the motherly figure. My mom was my coach in high school, and so when I got to Iowa, I didn't really feel that much different, which was so awesome to have such like an awesome motherly figure coaching you. So I think just the person that she's taught us to be, the people that those life lessons she's tried to give us is what's going to be the most impressed on me.
yeah, I definitely say the lifelong relationships that I've made here at the University of Iowa, whether it's my teammates, whether it's the coaching staff. I know if in a couple years down the line, if I need some help, if I just want to talk to someone, I know I can call up the coaching staff and my teammates, and they're going to be there for me. So just the people that I've met here are just so genuine, and I can't be more grateful and happy and blessed that I've chose the University of Iowa.
Lisa, 28 points in the first half, second half 46. What kind of went right, I guess, in that second half?
I think we started to get a little bit of our transition going. But Northwestern, they're a good defensive team. They hold people to 60 points a game. So we weren't surprised, that at halftime we didn't have that many points. But I honestly believe we wear people down. Like sooner or later, we will wear them down. We will get to the free throw line eventually. And so I think that's, basically what happened is we were able to pick it apart a little bit better. I think the first half, we had too many turnovers. We had 11 turnovers, we only had 5 the second half. But I think we had a little bit of pregame nerves. I think, we're not used to playing in front of 12,000 plus people. We're not used to having senior days and last opportunities like this. And so I think it just took us a little time to get settled down as well.
How much did this week, coming off the Indiana loss, just get everything kind of back right, heading into the crunch time of the season here?
Yeah, we had a great Nebraska win, though. I mean, I think after the Indiana game, we had a terrific. Our defense was so good over at Nebraska on Monday night, and we just talked about keeping it rolling. It was just a weird week because we had a bye. We played 17 games without a bye, and then we have a bye now. It was just kind of strange at the end of the year like this. But I think we used it to get a little bit of rest, which is good leading into the postseason.
So it's Minnesota or Indiana on Friday. Just preliminary thoughts on that.
Yeah, I think I'd personally like to have the opportunity to play against Indiana again. But we're going to go there and watch a little bit of the game on Thursday night, and so our players will get used to the environment and be able to see our opponent again in person, and then we'll do our scout at 8:30 on Thursday night, which is very unusual, right? I mean, we kind of have to go into this week and prepare for both teams because it's a coin flip as to who's going to win that game on a neutral floor. So we have to prepare for both and be ready to go on Friday at 6:30.
Anything else? Thanks, guys.
Thank you.